I've been in a discussion lately about what it is to find meaning in one's work, what it is to find meaning in your job. It's the thing that makes you fulfilled. It's the thing that makes you get up every day and say, this is the job that I want to do. I want to be there every day. I want to go the extra mile. I want to do more. Now, you know that my big thing is I truly believe that the way that you build a positive career is by adding the most value in the organization that you're in. And you add the most value by serving the most people. The more people you serve, the more value you can ultimately add in any organization. If you think about it with managers, when you're a manager, you're serving a whole store's worth of people versus someone who is a clerk ringing someone up the register. You only serve the people in your line. So the manager adds more value, ultimately gets paid more than the line clerk. They're serving more people. That's how that goes. So in the simplest possible terms, finding meaning is a different thing. Finding meaning is finding a job where it's just natural to add value. It's natural to do more. It's natural to be the person that's there early and stays late. You're finding your rhythm. You enjoy it. This is the thing that makes you get up every day. How do you find that? How do you find a thing that makes you so excited that you're ready to get up and go to work every day? There's this old quote, and it says, find a job that you like and you'll never work a day in your life. I'll say is, that's not exactly true. There will be hard days in every job, and you'll work, but you won't resent it. You won't hate it. And that's pretty cool. Having a job that you enjoy going to every day, I have one. I love my job. And believe it or not, my job is not content creator. My job is to hire people. I think it's great. I love that job. I want that for you. I want you to find meaning. I want you to find purpose. I want you to want to get up every day and go to work. I want you to enjoy your job, enjoy your work, to be engaged and enthralled and be able to do everything that you've ever wanted to do. I want you to grow a career out of pure joy, out of pure engagement, out of pure meaning. That's what we're talking about today. Stick with me while we do. Hi friends, I need your help. I'm trying to level up here in YouTube, and one of the things that I'm trying to do is get to 500 subscribers. I'm a couple of hundred short. I'm at 300 and something right now, and I need to get to 500. You can help me out by hitting that subscribe button. Also, if you like this video, hit like. You just hit that button. It's a little thumbs up. You hit that button, and it says you like it. And that helps YouTube know this is pretty good. So do that for me if you don't mind. All right, let's get into it. Meaningful work. Meaningful work's a funny thing. It's a weird concept. When you start talking about meaningful work, it's a very personal thing. Like it's something that aligns with your personal values and your interests and your passions. It means that you are assigning personal significance to this work thing. And what is it that you think needs to be in a job in order to drive that significance? It means that you have impact. And meaningful work is something where you feel like you're making a difference. You have an impact. You have an impact on a company. You have an impact on society. You have an impact on your community. You have an impact in some way, and people find meaning in that way. Some people find meaning in autonomy, meaning I have control over my own life, over my own freedom. I have this inner drive that I'm able to use in order to succeed in this career. That autonomy is important. Not having a boss that's micromanaging me all the time. That's a big deal. Some people find meaning in growth. They find meaning in growth and development. This is a job that's going to let me get better. It's going to hone my skills. It's going to let me grow as a person and become more than I am today. It's a job that's going to build a long-term career, not just be a regular job. So you may find meaning through development. And maybe it's through recognition. Man, I really thrive on getting a pat on the back. Somebody telling me I'm doing a great job is super important to me. So is that recognition the thing that drives meaning for you? Then the last thing that I know of that drives meaning for people is community or connection. Something where people are saying, this is the thing that helps me feel connected to the people around me. That helps me feel like I have people that I'm in the trenches with. And this is actually a very big military concept, that you have camaraderie, you have your band of brothers, that community, that connection. You literally will work to protect each other. That connection is the strongest work connection that exists in humanity today. So all of these things help determine if you have meaning in your work, and people assign different values to those. Those are the 6 aspects of a meaningful job that you may want to consider in determining if this job is meaningful. Now, what I want to do is take you through the steps that you go through in order to find a meaningful job. The first one is you just look at yourself. What are your values? What are the things that you have that are important to you in order to decide if something is meaningful? What makes a meaningful job for you? Which of those 6 things that we just talked about, the 6 aspects of a meaningful job, which of those is the most important to you? And where can you find those sorts of jobs? The other thing you have to think about is, what are the skills and the strengths that I have? Where can I be really successful? And part of having a meaningful job is a job that you can be successful in. And then also, just as important, what do I love every day? What do I love to do? I'm an HR guy, but I really like comic books. I just am. I just do. I always have. You can see Superman right up here. He's been here for every video I've ever done. Could I do my job and do it in a place that I just absolutely love? Only if Disney calls. Disney, if you need help with the Marvel stuff, let me know. We'll talk about that. All right. Once you've decided what your target is, what you're looking for, you've done that self-assessment, it's time to start looking, start to research what jobs offer the type of meaning that you're looking for. Which jobs do you have? What industries can you work in? What people do you know who have this sort of job? Is there a way that you can intern and try something out like this? Just researching, trying to get a feel for where you want to go. What you're doing here is, if you're going to start searching for a new job, you're setting the target. What is the target of my job search? And you research to do that. So the next thing is actually setting that goal. So you go in and you say, now that I know where I can go, what the companies are and the types of jobs are that I want, what's the specific place that I'm trying to work? What's the specific type of job? What's the role? What's the level that I want? Setting goals. So you define your career goals. Start with a couple of levels of goals. You may want to set this year, 5 years, 10 years. 10 years may be the ultimate place you want to be. This year, you have to set something attainable for this year. A job that you're qualified for, a job that you think you can get, but it's a job that builds a career that gets you to that 10-year goal. That feels like a long time, 10 years, by the way. I'm not assuming that you have to be in the same job for 10 years, but you do have to be in a role where you're gaining the knowledge to get to the next role, which gets you to the next role. This is a stair-stepping process. Career, nobody launches to the top. Next step is where my expertise really kicks in. You apply and you search for jobs, and you'll need to adapt as you go. So you'll start applying for jobs and you'll get rejected for one reason or another. If you find out why you're rejected at all, you'll have to really fight to get the data on why you're rejected. But you'll need to adapt and duck and weave. Every plan changes once you start putting that plan into action. So you'll need to start applying for jobs, seeing what people say, and making adjustment. We adapt, we change. Plan on that. Be flexible. Know what you like, know where you find meaning, and do that. The last thing is something that people forget about, and it's something that's required right now, and that's constantly be learning. You have to constantly learn and grow in the thing that brings you meaning, that brings you joy, that brings you interest. Always be learning about what's coming next. Back in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, even the 70s, you could graduate from college, and that 4-year degree gave you all of the information you needed in order to have a complete career. You would learn everything in a 4-year window that you need for a complete career. Today, that's not the case. Everything you learn in college is obsolete in 12 to 18 months once you hit the workforce. So instead of a life where you go and you have a learning stage, then you have a working stage, we are in a constant state of learning now. We should always be learning and growing and taking courses and doing new jobs and working hard in order to gain the knowledge that we need in order to be the best at what we do. And that's what I want for you. I want you to find a job that has meaning, that has purpose, that is the best possible job for you. Best of luck in your job search.